your English teacher's just like, hey, Camren, you're doing really well. Like, and you're just like, I can't read.
Exactly.
Like, you just became that guy who just passed the class not knowing how to do the one thing you need to know how to
Exactly.
do.
I'll try it. I mean, be like, yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing. I just, just typed on the keyboard, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just slinging them bad boys. I wasn't thinking about nothing.
But surprisingly, like, we just finished our first paper, and it was any topic we wanted. It was like a pros and con paper. We had to write pros and cons of like something, and I wrote pros and cons of using marijuana to treat opioid addiction. Mm-hmm. So like I wrote about my mom on there and shit, and surprisingly, like, I wrote it pretty well.
Really?
Yeah, like, I wrote it mostly by myself, and then, like, I had Dana read over it, and she didn't have too much to, like, fix or change, and I won't get the grade back until next week, but...
Oh, sweet. Tell us about your opioid crisis that you're going through.
Well, I'm not going through an opioid crisis, but 91 Americans die a day from opioid addiction.
Yeah, dude, it's a crisis.
It's an actual crisis, man.
It's a crisis. Trust me, I see it working in a pharmacy constantly. It's like
I have to buy it, dude. Oh yeah. You know all about that. But like, I just wrote, like, I had to get articles, obviously, and cite shit and whatnot. But the shit works, man. It helps people replace, like, opioids are just like, your body becomes so dependent on it that, like, it changes you chemically. Yeah. So when you do smoke weed, like, it gives you a high, but it doesn't physically alter your body, like, in like the sense that dependency is. Yeah. Like, yeah, I smoke pot, and I will say I'm addicted to pot because I smoke pot every day. Mm-hmm. But if I stopped smoking pot for 2 days, I would... My dependency would be, like, gone. And I'd have, like, no side effects. I'd probably have, like, a slight headache, or I'd be tired. Because when I travel, like, I stop smoking pot for a couple days. Yeah. And yeah, like, I get a slight headache for, like, the first day, and then the second day I usually sleep half the day away. Mm-hmm. But...
it's probably more mood-based than anything, so, like, if you stop for a few days, it's probably more of, like, you're in a bad mood.
Yeah, my mood will change, that's for sure.
But that's the same with, like, smoking cigarettes. Like, if you're addicted to cigarettes and you don't smoke cigarettes, you're in a terrible mood, so...
Then in the research I was doing, yeah, cigarettes was an example, like, that marijuana helps people quit. Mm-hmm. But opioids are just horrible. I grew up with a fucking mom who was addicted to pills, and she chose her pills over her children most of the time, so...
Yeah, dude. It seems like everybody's addicted to opioids.
Dude, they're horrible for you, and, like, the shitty part is, like, people won't see it because they're like, oh, a doctor gave it to me.
Right.
Like...
but they don't understand that the doctors, they got a business they gotta run.
That's literally their business, is to feed you these fucking pills and shit. Yeah. And pills just, I don't know, they literally change you chemically, like, in the body.
They do.
Like, it's crazy.
I've never taken pills, like, even when I get, like, I had really bad kidney stones, and I got prescribed Norcos, like, strong ones, and I never even took them.
Good.
Even though the pain was excruciating, I just didn't want to take them. Because I've heard of people, like, taking them for, like, they had, like, a serious issue where they were having a lot of pain all the time. Yep. And then they decided, or they didn't decide, but, like, they took the medicine because that's what they were prescribed, and after a while it just became, like, after the pain was done, they still felt like they were in pain.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing about the opioids is sometimes it'll trick your body into thinking it's in pain when it's not, because your body's so dependent on taking that pill that, like, it only takes 3 days to get addicted to something. Yeah. Like, that's, like, by definition. It takes 3 days to get addicted to something, and it takes 90 days to break an addiction. Yeah. Which is crazy. Get that bread.
Gotta get that bread. Gotta get that holy water. Mm-hmm. Gotta get that sip juice.
Gotta eat the lettuce.
Gotta eat the lettuce. Yeah, that's from Eric Andre show.
Yeah, I never knew that.
Hannibal Buress is taking a bite out of a
out of a head of lettuce, and a lady looks back at him. He's like, "Gotta eat the lettuce."
love that show, dude.
I love Hannibal Buress. He's always just been like hilarious to me.
Yeah, he is hilarious. Let me in, I'm trying to fuck. Let me in, I'm trying to fuck.
Aw, heck.
You ever see that guy?
What guy?
The Let Me In, I'm trying to fuck guy. He's crazy, man.
What's the video? Like, is it a video or what?
Yeah, it's a video of him just performing at this like coffee shop.
Is that his like performer name? I'm just trying to fuck.
No, it's Mark Ribblett or something.
All right.
I forgot his name. He's a funny guy though, man.
I don't believe you.
I don't care.
I absolutely could care less.
Mark Ribblett.
Riblet?
Yeah, Ribblett.
Okay.
Pretty dope guy. He has another song called "Work That Ass for Daddy." He's a cool guy, dude. So the other day, I don't know, I was feeling like nostalgic or something.
Yeah.
I decided to listen to the Fergie album.
Oh, Fergalicious.
The Duchess.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that broad don't miss.
Dude, it hits every time.
It hits every time, bro.
It's good. It don't matter when. It always good.
It always hits. Like, every song, like, going down, it's like...
Oh, let's go. I thought it was jail.
No.
Jail!
Yeah, dude, it was magical, man. It was a good experience for me.
Well, good. I'm glad. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Yeah, I love like the Peas and stuff, so I listen to them quite often. But
dude, that's how I know you're a true fan. Because you call them the Peas.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, of course.
Dude, I'm not a fucking dweeb.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck, idiot.
Do you still steal like spoons?
Yeah, I'm half tempted sometimes when I see them. I'm like,
that was a wild era, man.
Yeah, that was a whole different person, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's crazy how we literally are like totally
different people
from that time.
Especially, yeah, like when I look back on myself, I mean, I don't like. Obviously, no one likes what they looked like in the past.
Yeah.
Or who they were in the past, and I can't stand like who I was. I was like at this point where I think I wanted to be like an angry guy, but like because I grew up hard and blah blah blah. But then like when I grew up, I was just like, that shit don't matter.
Yeah.
Like none of that shit don't matter, man. Well, yesterday didn't matter. Today matters.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's the thing. So I didn't hate because I used to think like, oh, I hated myself back then, but then so. It seems like every 3 to 4 years you're like a completely different person from what you were.
I'd say that's right.
So like your life is filled with just different pockets of
different people.
And it's so I used to think, oh, I hate who I was, but now I'm like, you know what, I'm cool with who I was, because filling myself with like hatred for who I was kind of like puts unneeded stress on myself. It just kind of shows self-growth, and I mean, there were some things that was like super dope about myself back then too.
Yeah.
So like,
oh yeah,
it's just it's a constant state of growth and going through different things.
I'm like the same exact way. Like when I think back on like my younger me, like even when I was like, especially when I was discovering like sexuality, like that was like the weirdest part of my like life.
Yeah. Growing up,
because. I really had to figure out what I wanted, and like
yeah, and it's tougher for you because it was
well, like now, so I classify myself still as a bisexual man who's attracted to men and women, but I've been in a heterosexual relationship for 4 years,
right,
and like totally loyal. So it's like when people look from the outside in, they're like, oh well, you're just like closeted gay. Like I get that actually like a lot, like a lot.
Really?
Yeah, like, oh well, you say you're bi, but you're with a woman, but you're probably just closeted gay.
That doesn't mean you can't jerk off to a dude. Like,
yeah, like
later on.
yeah,
like,
but
it's like
for everyone, it's such a spectrum. Like when I was younger, I would say it was like 50-50. My attraction to men and women. But now I'd say it's like 80-20. Like I love women so much more than I like guys. Yeah. I think I just like the way men look. And like, yeah, like sure it could bring a sexual attraction, but I just like I don't feel like acting on it at all. Like
well, that's just the thing with being in a relationship too. Like when you're with a girl, you're not supposed to go out and get another girl.
Right.
It's the same thing. It's just it's just when you're bisexual, like anybody's game, so that's what kind of makes it like everybody nervous or kind of weirded out about it. But I think bisexuality is becoming more normalized.
It's so like much more normalized.
Like I think everybody who is in the generation after us is just bisexual.
Yeah,
like, that's just how it is. Which is cool. Like,
do I have to buy this or is it mine?
That's yours.
All right, cool.
So you just turn it. So yeah, it's like when you were
discovering
going through it, it was kind of like, dude,
nice.
if you're bisexual, you're a serial killer. Like,
dude, that was what
say.
Yeah. Just because of obvious serial killers who are bisexual.
Right.
But when I look back on like that self of me, like I guess I'm humbled by it.
Yeah.
Because like I got to just like go through all these different experiences, and I got to just have like a different scope, I guess. That I don't know. Nowadays, like I'm so different from who I was back then. Is really what I'm trying to get.
And that's the thing too. Is in 3 years from now, you'll be completely different than what you are today.
Exactly.
So. And well, that's the thing too. Like, I'll have revelations about stuff, and then I'll have different revelations about the revelations that I've had, and that happens on a day-to-day basis. So you're changing every day, but it just takes time for you to actually like go through like a complete change. So you're having all these revelations and things, and
exactly.
Over time it just builds up into it builds you into the next person you're gonna be.
Yeah, like
so
I think right now I personally think I'm at like an apex of like who I am. Like I want to say like I'm fully developed as a person, but I know I'm not.
Exactly.
And I never will be.
No.
I never ever will be.
No, we never are.
No.
We are constantly in a state of growth. So.
Yeah. And that's just part of being a human, dude.
Yeah, exactly. And that's you really can't stress about it. You just kind of gotta let it go.
You gotta laugh at it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you just really gotta laugh at yourself. Like, yeah, everyone's stupid.
So, and that's the thing too. So, like, growing up, especially in my younger 20s, like it used to really hurt me when I was wrong, or like when I didn't know something. So, like, someone would mention a reference, and I would be like, fuck, I don't know this, but like I would get so pissed at myself, and then it's like looking back at it, I'm like, why the hell was I so angry and so like wanting to know this thing that somebody's talking about? And now I'm just like, if I don't know something, I'm just like, I don't fucking know, dude.
Yeah, like I'm the same way with like that. Or if I don't, like, I've learned from when you don't know something, like, embrace it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm having to learn how to 3D print stuff for my job. And I was, like, hanging out with the 3D guy in the 3D lab yesterday, and he was like, sorry to, like, bore you with the technicals. And I'm like, bro, like, I'm hyped for this shit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know it, so I want to learn it.
Yeah, exactly.
And, dude, I don't know what tangent we're on now, but I love learning new shit, and I like that I'm back in school, I think.
Yeah, learning
even
school.
though I still hate school. I think I'm glad that I'm back.
Well, so that's another thing too. I was like learning new things, and luckily I'm in a job where I'm like constantly learning. So I never really had a need to go back to school. I mean, I guess if I ever want to change my profession. But you were at a job where you were just mindlessly doing one thing.
Yeah, factory work.
You weren't really
construction work.
Yeah, you weren't learning. I actually get to use creative thinking and things like that.
Damn, there's almost double sixes.
Even though I hate it, like while I'm doing it, I hate it, but I know it's like actively healthy for my mind.
Yeah, like something with your job that's like super healthy for your mind is problem solving.
Yeah,
like I had no problem solving at my last few jobs.
Yeah,
and like that's such a you need that, like,
yeah, you need to constantly
to keep your brain healthy.
Yeah,
nice double, bro.
Dude, I'm doubling or nothing, dog.
Sick dubs, dude.
Sick dubs, bro.
Oh man, 313
sick dubs.
Everyone in 313 say yeah.
Did you see Eminem performed "Mom Spaghetti" at the Golden Globes? Yeah. I was like, who cares? When I seen the... Because it was on Facebook. I was like, what the fuck? Who cares?
I have, like... So Dana loves Eminem. I think I've told you this before.
Yeah,
she absolutely loves Eminem.
Sis likes Eminem, too.
And, like, I think I actually have, like, a visceral reaction to whenever she puts on his music.
Yeah, I do, too. I hate him. Like,
she's like, I can't listen to Eminem with you in the car because, like, all you do is talk about how bad of a person he is and how he's not talented. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I try not to, but like I cannot listen to him. Yeah. It physically hurts me.
Yeah, it's the same with me. Like literally whenever she puts it on, like my first thing is say stop.
Yeah, like no, please don't.
Yeah. No. Yeah, exactly. Like just that defeated like, oh come on, please.
I don't remember where we were just driving from my house to her dad's house, which is like not even 20 minutes away. Mm-hmm. And she put on his brand new album.
Oh god,
and that it's like terrible. It went to my soul. It hurt.
It hurts.
That like one song about the Vegas shooting was horrible.
It was,
and like
it's terrible. And that's the thing too. So we have like cleaning sessions here too, and whenever we like get
whenever
cleaning,
we clean like our room and shit, we blast music.
Yeah, and so like Eminem always comes up on the track list.
Mm-hmm. That's like the only thing that me and like Dana don't agree on is music. Isn't that like funny? Because music is such a like big part of a relationship that like people like break up and get divorces over shit like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We're cool with it, I guess. I don't know. Eminem's really the only one, and we've agreed that like I won't play Paramore and she won't play Eminem because she's like on the same like reaction to Paramore, and I'm like, why? Paramore is fantastic.
Yeah, no, Sis and I really don't have we don't listen to the same music either, so it's it's not too huge of a deal.
Yeah. No, it's not. Yeah, it's nothing, dude. Do you think I'm funny?
Yeah.
All right. So the other day I asked Dana if she thought I was funny, if she thought I was funny.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want your honest opinion. Do you think I'm funny? Mm-hmm. And she's like, yes, but you have such a specific comedy style that no one will pick up on it unless they know who you are.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's exactly what I've always like. That's what I model my like comedy style on.
Well, and that's the same thing with me too.
Yeah,
because we grew up together, and I think growing up, you were always the funnier one.
Well, thank you. I always thought you were the cooler one, so...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I wasn't, just so you know, but... So I picked up on, like, your comedy pretty early, because you've always kind of been like that. You've always had, like, a specific thing. So it's the same with me, like, now when it's just my natural instinct to tell a joke that is, like, not something that might be normal to other people. So not a lot of people pick up on my jokes either.
And like I asked her, I was like, what is like the first instance of like my comedy that like you didn't know what to think of it? She was like, when we first met, you used to tell me that you could talk to animals. And I looked at her, I was like, I can talk to animals. She's like, yeah, I know you're joking now, but back then you would just take it to such a length that I thought you were telling me the truth.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can talk to animals. But eventually the conversation did lead into, like, how me and you are a comedy duo.
Oh, yeah?
Like, yeah, because I was talking to, like, with her, I was like, yeah, my comedy style is just, like, it's so specific, and then I was like, no one else can really ever, like, pick up on it. And then she was like, except Craig. And I was like, Craig, like, if me and Craig are in a room, it becomes, it becomes something, like, it becomes plasma.
Yeah.
I think when me and you are in a room with people, it becomes beyond this point of, like, comedy style to, like, a literal comedy liquid.
Yeah.
That just engulfs the whole room.
I feel that because, like, so when we talk to, I won't say his name, but you know what I'm talking about, like, when we went bowling, it's like, I can tell his comedy style is completely different when he's, like, not hanging around us.
Mm-hmm.
But when he's around us, he has to
a
pick
chameleon,
up on it.
dude.
Yeah.
Like even like the first time that you guys ever met, like that's just, dude. I love him. He's one of my best friends, and
he's awesome.
Yeah, if you get the three of us in a room, it's like
he's like
it becomes a new like state of matter.
Yeah, because he picks up on it too.
So quick.
Where a lot of other people don't pick up on it too much, and it just becomes them like kind of laughing at us.
Yeah, and then like they're just like, this is beyond the point.
Yeah,
and we're still just like in it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, and I love to like. Whenever I talk with his fiance, which she's still like new to the group, kind of like they've been together for a few years, but we've only hung out like so many times that like I still like I go so minimal with my level of comedy that I don't like deter her from thinking like I'm a crazy person.
I do the same thing. I always think like. Because I always think of a joke that I could tell, or like, I mean, sometimes it's not really a joke, but it's just kind of like a saying. But so like when I'm meeting new people and stuff, it's like
you have to tone it down so much. It's ridiculous.
I know.
Yeah, I get. Yeah, I'm like interacting with regular people every day now that I'm in college.
Yeah,
and I work at the college, so it's like it's so weird having been like normal, like. I tell Dana all the time, I was one really bad molestation away from being a serial killer. Like I tell you, like no, that's how I put it. Like when I ask her if I'm like a psychopath because she's a therapist, she's like you have psychopathic tendencies, and I was like, yeah, I was one really bad molestation away from being a serial killer.
Does she agree or disagree?
Yeah, she absolutely agrees. She's like, yeah, I mean, I can see it. Intern. Oh, fuck.
That's awesome.
But that's like just part of my comedy as well.
Yeah, I know.
I think it's that's another thing about like the people who we are. Like my comedy is definitely almost at like an apex right now. Mm-hmm. I mean, it always can get better, obviously.
Well, yeah, that's the thing too. So like, I heard comedians say before that you don't actually get funny until you're in your 30s.
Oh, I believe it.
So just imagine where
it's just ripening at this point.
Where the comedy could evolve, like in a few years.
Comedy is a wild thing. I always wish I could like be a comedian, but I just don't know if I'd ever want to do it. But it's just like I feel like if me and you went in it together, we'd be able to like make it fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
We'd have to really like try to figure out how to make it like relatable and stuff like that.
Exactly.
And then really put a lot of work into an act. I'm not the one who's so far away when I feel the snake bite enter my veins.
Manage your portfolio. So what have you been up to, bro?
Nothing, man.
No, like, shows you've been watching or, like, weird porn categories you've, like, been into? You know what I seen on Pornhub yesterday?
What?
Smash Mouth.
Uh-oh.
But it was, every word was, don't stop coming. I won't send you the link to it, but I'm I was gonna, but then I was like, I don't want him to know I'm on Pornhub like at this minute.
Dude, I just always assume you're on Pornhub.
I guess you're right. I spend a lot of time alone, and I was like, it was 4 minutes of don't stop coming, don't stop coming, don't stop coming.
Dude, so you gotta download TikTok, dude.
I think Vine. I need to, because, like, my little brother sends me TikToks all the time, and they're hilarious.
It's the new Vine, and it's just funny, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's long, but it's longer than 6 seconds. You gotta pay the token, get your joking, get your choking.
Gotta pay the troll toll. You getting into this, boy soul?
Gotta pay the troll toll to get in. You gotta pay the troll toll to get into that boy's hole. You gotta pay the troll toll to get in.
Gotta pay the troll toll to get in.
You really have to, my guy. So what funny story were you gonna tell?
Oh, so for Christmas,
Shit.
It's been a while since I've seen you, right? Did I tell you for what we got for Christmas? I feel like we talked about Christmas gifts.
We might have.
But anyways, Dana's mom got us a couples massage for a Christmas gift.
Like, oh, you didn't tell me about that.
Yeah, and we just cashed in like the certificate the other day, and it was like couples massage. We were, come on. So we were like in like different beds, whatever. And we get there, right? And first off, like the lady like who greets us, she's like, "Hi, hello, how are you?" They're all like peace and love, kind of cool shit.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Just so you know, my services will be an extra $15." And I'm thinking to myself, like, why?
Yeah.
Because the other lady's like, mine's the same price. And I'm like, all right. And so then Dana had her, and from what we could tell, it was like the same experience. But my experience was, I don't know, maybe it was pretty unique.
Okay.
So, you know, when you go to get a massage, you gotta like disrobe and get under the blanket on the table and whatnot, and then they come in and you're looking down at the ground, and they tell you to relax, close your eyes, blah blah blah, and then you have this big blanket on you. And my lady, she like before like she starts touching me or anything, she like takes her finger and she starts from like in between my legs, you know, like center of my body. She starts like from the back, and I can feel her finger run up, and then she goes like up my butt crack, like hardcore, like she felt my butt crack.
Yeah.
And then like, you know, she just like divided my whole body in half. But it was just, she like went up my butt crack. It was really strange.
She divided it by the butt crack?
She divided me in half by my butt crack.
Okay.
And then she started like massaging me or whatever. And I had my eyes closed for most of it. And then, like, I heard a zipper sound. I'm like, what the fuck is this zipper sound? And I opened my eyes. And I see two boots here. My lady, there were these boots. They looked like men's boots, kind of. Like, kind of like combat boots, but they could have been female boots.
Yeah.
And I see those boots there. And then, like, I look up and I see 2 feet. And I'm kind of like assuming that like her 2 feet, that's her boots and that's her feet, but I couldn't see the top of the boot, so I was like also really baked, bro. Like I went into this thing so baked, and like I'm just hearing like another zipper and some like weird sounds, and I like look over and I'm like, just make sure there's not a guy there, because I've heard like weird stories of like things like happening in massage parlors, like
I've heard tons. Like
one of the stories I've heard is like a guy will come in while the lady's massaging you and jerk off on your back.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I freaked the fuck out because I thought a dude was fucking about to nut over my back.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you've heard that story too, because like I told Dana that and she was cracking up. I'm like, bro, it happens.
Yeah, I've heard some.
Sweet.
I've heard a story before where they'll get ready for the happy ending part and they'll sneak in like another lady. And then, like, just as they're finishing the massage, this other lady is the one who starts, like, sucking you off and shit just as the massage ends.
Oh, jeez. Oh, it was definitely not a happy ending massage.
Really?
No, those are illegal, man. I can tell you that.
They're illegal, but they happen constantly.
They do.
It's like every massage place.
Especially like the really sketchy ones. No, this one was like a physical rehab center.
Oh, okay. So,
it was like a real place.
Yeah. Okay.
But like,
well, that's where you're supposed to go.
Yeah.
Like if you just see like Aunt Jimmy's massage.
Yeah, those are like weird as fuck.
Yeah, you're gonna get offered a happy ending, or they're just gonna give you one and charge you for it.
No, I had to sign a paper that said I
will not be receiving any happy endings.
Not, and if I mention anything of the sort, I will be like denied service without refund.
Really?
Yeah, if I ever even said happy ending, like they kick you out.
You cannot suck, and you cannot be sucked on.
Exactly. Well, the whole time they have like a big blanket on you the whole time, but they put their hands like under the blanket. Yeah. So like they don't like see you or anything.
Okay.
Yeah. And then there's like a point where you have to like roll over, and then like she like rubs your chest and like your head,
Mm-hmm.
and like for some reason when I rolled over, my like left shoulder was just totally spasming.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't full blown. Like I was about to stand up and be like, "Lady, I can't move. I gotta." This like it was hurt. It's like Charlie horse.
Well, that's how you know it's a good massage.
Yeah.
Because it's supposed to hurt and make you sore for a few days, especially if it's your first one in a while.
Yeah, I wasn't too bad after. I pretty much felt fine, but Dana said she was really sore for the last couple of days. I was like, that was that $15.
Yeah.
The extra $15 would do it.
15 got you. So what was she doing? Why did she take her boots off?
She was just barefoot. Yeah.
That was the extra 15?
No, that was my lady that took her boots off. My lady had no extra charge. Dana's lady had extra charge.
Oh, maybe it was the boots.
Yeah. And then like there's like this like sliding door in there, and I thought I heard that door open right after like I seen the boots or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I was putting two and two together. I was like, some dude's about to nut on top of me.
Oh yeah. I know. I've always wanted to go to massage therapist, but
it wasn't bad. I mean, I was just like too fucking baked.
Really?
I mean, no, but yeah, more than I probably should have. But I had a good time, I guess I could say.
That's cool.
Shit.
I just want to get these kinks and shit out of my back.
It was good for that.
Yeah.
It was good for that. Tarantula Square.
Yeah, dude.
And the cobwebs. Titties. Didn't it look like two big old square tits? Like Minecraft tits?
Yeah. Dude, you know that Minecraft titties are square.
Oh, yeah, dude.
They're not, like, even trying to pretend. And then the nipples are square, too.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
I wonder how they would jiggle. Like...
they'd probably jiggle in a similar sense.
You think so?
Yeah, it'd just be like really square.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why growing up, like, you know how Minecraft is, like, square?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I always pictured that, like, the main video game characters seen things in real life. Like, how real things would be. And then we just sort of seen them.
Yeah, I get that.
So, like, in that sense, I guess it wouldn't really matter if there are square nips. Steve was getting it in either way.
Mm-hmm. It's weird to think that, like, Minecraft came out when we were in 9th or 10th grade.
Yeah,
so, like, we were older.
We're still babies, dude.
We were young, but we were
14.
older. Yeah. I mean, you got some knowledge on you at 14.
Yeah, you do.
You know how to jerk off. You've been doing it for a few years now.
Yeah.
There's kids now who, like, that game came out when they were 1 year old, and like that it's always been out.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
ain't that weird?
Yeah, it's so crazy. Well, that's the same. That's the thing for us. Like, we grew up when Sonic was out.
Yeah.
So Sonic has always been a thing for us. Years before us, like, Sonic was like not a thing forever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, just like because I think he came out in 1990.
Yeah.
So like just 4 years before we were born.
Yeah.
He didn't exist.
Yep.
Yeah, it's crazy. Oh, fuck, dude.
Dude, I got rid of the Alero finally.
I was gonna ask that.
Yeah.
I didn't see it, but I seen some like big ass tire tracks in the dirt.
Oh.
Was that from moving it?
Yeah.
What happened?
So at first I was trying to get it to take it to my dad's house.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't start. And the way the battery is, I was gonna jump start it, and I couldn't figure out how to jump start it. Oh fuck! I couldn't get the cable across from the second parking spot and everything over to it.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, you know what? I'm going to drive this bad boy up onto the grass.
Your car?
My car up onto the grass and get it jump started. Well, then my car got stuck. And yeah, I was pretty much screwed.
How'd you get it out?
The neighbor ended up coming over with a chain and his car, and pulled it out. But my other neighbor just looked at me because I was trying to reverse it out and I was getting more and more stuck. And my other neighbor was in his car and he looked at me and we like made dead eye contact. And then he just like put his head down and shook his head, almost as if to say like, hate to see it.
Hate to see it. That's
and
funny.
then he backed out and left. I was like, thanks, dude.
Nice. I have a funny neighbor interaction I had the other day.
Yeah.
Actually, after we went bowling that night,
Mm-hmm.
it was like 1 a.m. I got up to get a glass of water, and I'm sitting at the kitchen sink filling up my water bottle,
Mm-hmm.
and out comes my neighbor. You can see my neighbor's house, like front door through our kitchen window,
Mm-hmm.
and out comes my neighbor. He is butt-ass naked. Butt-ass, no socks, no shoes, no nothing.
Nice.
Fucking dick out, hanging.
Yeah.
And he's just like, he walks out and he like stretches like for a second, like he just got done fucking.
Really?
Like he obviously just
And
got
needed
done
some
fucking.
fresh air.
He needs some cold air. And he stands out and he's like stretching for a second, and he like they always have cases of water outside of their front door, and he reaches down to like get a case of water. I got like full glimpse of his like asshole. I got a good look at him. And then, like, when he's, like, coming up with the water bottle, me and him, like, make eye contact.
Oh, Jesus. That's
And,
real.
like, he knows, but he's so fucking, like, proud. He just, like, opens his back door and just, like, walks in his house,
Yeah.
like, chill as fuck.
It'd be better if you just dumped the water all over him, like, right in front of you.
And it just, like, freezes, like, as it
Yeah.
dripples down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was,
That's pretty awkward, dude.
it, you know, being who I am, it was alright. It's been a while. And he's a younger guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's probably like 30.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was pretty late, too, so he probably just thought nobody was up.
Yeah, like him and his wife just got done pounding one out or something. And he
Yeah.
just had to
Oh,
fucking
you know it.
cool down.
Yep.
I mean, I don't blame him, you know? When you're
Yeah.
done getting that nut out, sometimes you
know.
just gotta fucking cool down.
Especially in the wintertime because the heat's on in the house.
Nice stubs. Look at titties.
I know. Sometimes there's, like, no way to cool down, you know?
No way.
Like, the heat's on in the house, so you just gotta go outside.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you gotta go outside naked. Look, I feel it. I feel them.
Nice. Yeah, I've never, like, interacted with that neighbor, so, like, we don't have to, like, any awkward run-ins with each other.
Yeah.
Like, me and him, we must have, like, different schedules or something, because I've never even, like, seen him
Really?
outside of, like, that.
And the one time you
Yeah.
see him,
He's butt-ass naked. You know, I guess I got a full picture of who he is, right?
Yeah.
That's when he's, like, he was the most himself.
Right.
Dude, these chairs are killing my asshole.
Yeah, these chairs suck.
These
dude.
are garbage chairs.
They are. Any kitchen chair is pretty garbage because you're not meant to sit on them for too long, you know?
Oh, fucking my asshole, my tailbone hurts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Oh my god.
That's why I've gone cross-legged,
I
dude.
I can't. I'm too big for that. I need to get jacked. You know, I've always talked about, like, getting, like, I think I'd look awesome fucking ripped.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Randy from My Name's Earl?
Yeah.
He just got jacked.
Oh, really?
And he's, like, I mean, he's not hot, but he's, like, daddy thick, and, like, he looks great.
Really?
Yeah, and he's just, like, he's 260 pounds of pure muscle.
Nice.
And he was talking, like, about it, and he weighed like 550 pounds at one point for like a roll.
Yep.
And he's just like, yeah, I met a girl and I was dying, and now I want to live.
Yeah.
And I'm like, same.
Yeah, it's well, yeah, he was huge because
Yeah.
he's played in other movies before.
Yeah, movies where he's got to be like gigantic.
Yeah, and I think he did that more to himself, and they just kind of hired him as the fat guy.
There's always a fat guy,
Yeah.
which like there isn't anymore. I can't.
No,
I don't
there
think I
isn't.
could tell you like if there's a modern fat guy.
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't remember the last fat guy there was.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I guess like Rebel Wilson.
But, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
you know,
it.
she's the big girl.
It was what's his name from Wolf on Wall Street?
I don't know.
What's the other Superbad?
Oh yeah. I got you. I know.
I forgot his name.
Hill, Jonah.
Yeah, he was the fat guy.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he's like the.
And that's the thing with Hollywood now. Once they get a fat guy, like that's their fat guy in every movie.
Yeah, but now he's like too old, and he likes to produce like good movies.
Yeah.
So he like doesn't change his weight anymore. So he's no longer the fat guy.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah, dude. Hollywood needs them fat guys. You just gotta get up early and go to the gym, man.
I know. I've been paying on my gym membership for fucking like 9 years.
Not using it.
And I haven't used it in the last like 3 at least.
Yeah, I've been trying to get up super early and going. It works sometimes, but a lot of the times it doesn't.
Yeah.
I just go back to sleep. I'm like, fuck this. But I've done it a few times. I've gotten up at like literally 5 a.m. Went into the gym because nobody's there.
Gotcha. Well, like, my problem is, like, my first class doesn't start until 10 half the week, and then the other couple days of the week I don't start working until whenever I want. So,
Yeah.
like, I just don't have motivation. Like, I'm gonna work tomorrow, but I probably won't be there until, like, noon.
Oh,
And then I'll probably leave at, like, 4.
Right.
I just don't have a lot to do, and then, like, I don't really need the money right now, so I'm, like, kind of being horrible.
Yeah. Drafts.
That's what we need to play again. Gauntlet. Dude, I love Gauntlet.
That's a fun game.
Gauntlet is so fun.
It is. Did we end up beating it, or?
I think we, like, cheated to the end.
Yeah. Well, it's not really cheating because it's like
in the game.
Yeah, it's in the game right there.
You can just hit the one button, it gives you more lives.
Yeah.
I love Gauntlet. I've never played the 3D Gauntlets, but I remember watching my, like, brother and cousin play it once when I was a kid.
Really?
Yeah, and they loved it.
Yeah, Gauntlet's a fun-ass game. I also want to play through, what's it called? The PS2 game, Baldur's Gate.
Baldur's Gate's so good.
We tried playing it on the channel, but it froze up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Love that game, though.
There needs to be a virtual console version of it.
Yeah, there does.
And it's only that one that's good.
Oh, they do. They released a pack of them.
Oh, cool.
It's impossible to cook for just one person.
It's pointless.
Because food is like it comes in too huge of a package, so you don't want to thaw an entire package of meat,
but
just because, or just to cook for yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I think your easiest thing you could cook for yourself is a steak, because all you need to do is go to the store, get one expensive steak and one big potato.
But that's the thing, is you could just go to fast food and get your meal for $10.
Yeah, I think you could get one steak and potato for $10.
Think so?
Steaks are like $8, potatoes are like 50 cents.
Oh, okay.
So you could do it, bro.
Yeah.
But, like, am I gonna go make a steak in front of my girlfriend?
Well, yeah, that's the thing, too. It also takes time, where fast food, you just get it right then and there.
Yeah.
And you just eat, you stuff it in your face.
But, like
seconds after you get it.
When you've had fast food once, like, a day, like, how willing are you to get it twice?
Usually not too willing.
Exactly. Like, fast food does not sound even, like, remotely good.
Yeah.
But, like, it's probably my only bet.
Yeah.
And I had Subway the other day, and I think it, like, gave me slight food poisoning.
Was it the Subway right here?
No, it was the Walmart.
Oh,
Walmart
really?
Subway. I got a tuna sub. And the fucked up thing is, they brought out a brand new thing of tuna, and it looked, like, good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so I was like, oh, yeah, fuck yeah, this is gonna be, like, the best tuna sub ever. And it was on point all around. But, like, afterwards, I had, like, liquid shits.
Dude, no,
for, like, hours.
Every time I get Subway, I get massive diarrhea. Salm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I was counting the other day, and I said Selm, and Dana was like, "What? Selm?
Selm?
Selm?" I was like, she's like, 7?
Selm.
I was like, Selm. Yeah, I was like the gangster outfit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Selm.
It's crazy because we've only ever said Selm, but the rest of the numbers are just
same.
normal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because I do the same thing counting at work, like in front of other people. I say Selm instead of 7.
Yeah.
I'll
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
like,
Selm, 8, 9.
That's Selm 100.
Selm 150. Selm 100 and Selm dollars. Yeah, like you're going to like give like the money guy like the deposit, and you're like, it's Selm 100 and Selm dollars.
Yeah.
What?
He's like, huh? Selm 100, Selm dollars.
It's hard to say, ain't it?
Yeah, it is.
Selm 100, Selm dollars. Yeah.
Talking to. Yeah, your total is Selm dollars and Selm cents.
What?
Selm dollars and Selm
cents. What don't you get?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
6,
7, 8.
Selm 8.
Selm 8.